Well, we haven't done a video like this for a while, so I think it's about time. And that is a video just based on products that I have told you about in the past or that you have inquired about, because mea culpa, I have been really bad about giving you the appropriate links to different things that I have showed in recent videos. And I apologize for that, because then you have to come back and you have to ask me for the link, and then we don't always respond accordingly. And I don't know why I'm so lazy about that, because it does help support our channel when you use our links. They can go to a variety of different sources, not all one source, but it does help support our channel, because believe it or not, what we do is a business. It does have related costs. So that said, I am sorry for neglecting a lot of the links that on products that we have showed you recently. These are products that I find either personally stylish for your indoor or outdoor decor, or most importantly for me at this stage in life, just make my life easier. Okay, so what do you say?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Okay, now other than the hori-kori knife or my Works blower, this is probably the #1 product I get asked about over and over again. Almost every time I do an interior cottage video, you guys ask me about this. Okay, so what is that? It is these rattan, bamboo, whatever they are, shades that I should have pointed out when I was talking about wicker in layering the decor for our cottage. I get asked about these all the time. I have them all through the cottage. They are very expensive. What I like about them is that they let light in, but they also give me a degree of privacy. They can be lowered all the way, though I seldom do it because I really like the light to come in to its greatest effect. And so I seldom lower them, but I like the way they look. I like the sense of intimacy they give me, and I just like the fact that they've got kind of a real Serena and Lily vibe. And you guys know I am a girl who likes a Serena and Lily vibe. Okay, the other thing you asked about, which I neglected to tell you, was this combination bamboo tray table. I love it because it reminds me of campaign furniture. Boy, this is such a deal, you guys. This is just such a deal. I want to say it's about $150 or something. I'll put the link there. And a lot of times it goes on special, but I love it. I have even thought about getting another one because it's so flexible. It's so portable. The tray, the rattan tray on top, lifts off. It is easily movable from one location to another, but also it's very, very serviceable. And that's what I like about most of the things in the cottage, is they can be used for a variety of different purposes. The other thing that you guys asked me about were these marble coasters, because I like to match coasters to whatever the material is of the surface. And these I actually got at a local store here on Broadway, but I will share a link. I not only have some of these on my kitchen island, but I've also got some on the marble countertop in my bathroom, because, you know, we'll be in there, we'll have coffee, we'll have ice water or whatever, and I don't want to mar the surface. So these are wonderful. They were very, very economical. I think they were, I don't know, under $20, I want to say. And I like them. Now, Stuart really liked this, and I was using it as a napkin holder. Yeah, it's just kind of stylish looking. I got this as a Christmas present, but you could use it either as a cookbook holder, which I didn't find it very serviceable as that because it stood up too straight. But I really like using it as a napkin holder and or on your desk. It makes a really cool paperweight, and then you can put notes in there on your desk. So this too, I think it's just a square marble, whatchamacallit. Yeah. And you guys asked me about this whatchamacallit, and I didn't give you the link. Okay, so right here, I'm going to try to share all of these links with you, including this little brass table, which many of you have also asked about, one of you being my son, Jamie, and I gave him the link, and I think he has a couple of these at his house. I like it because it can just easily move from one location to another. The other Another reason that I like it, it's not just a drink table, it is also a plant stand. So if you want to put a plant on here, it's metallic, so you won't hurt the surface of it, and I think it's just a great idea. There's another one that I've seen recently that has burled wood or spiraled wood that I really like. You may see it coming up pretty soon. But right now, these are the ones that I am recommending.
I'm not sure there's very many things in your house that aren't plant stands.
This is probably true. This is probably true.
3, 2.
So many of you asked me about these trays, specifically this one. I told you that I've got 2 of these, and Hubs and I use them as dining trays when we dine in the great room. They are kind of a laminate. They're very good looking. Most of the ones that I ordered have this kind of gold trim, and you can tell I've ordered a number of them. So I've got this one. This one is really probably my favorite. I love this one. I keep this on my side, on the table next to my bed. And what I like about it is it protects the surface of the wooden table from any kind of watermarks from my ice water at night. It corrals everything, pens, pencils, medications, whatever. And I love this. I love this pattern. By the way, I'm just getting ready to order another one, and the one that I'm going to order is acanthus. It's another pattern that I really like. But it comes in all sorts of different beautiful solid colors. I've got this light blue one that I keep here. It helps corral books and hold them in place. It also comes in an absolutely wonderful Kelly green with a gold trim that I absolutely adore. If you're wanting to give somebody a St. Patrick's Day gift, or like right now in the summer, gardening kind of gift, really an inexpensive way to treat someone. In fact, this would be a great hostess gift if you're going to stay at someone's cabin or their mountain home or something like that. A tray filled with some kind of goodies would be absolutely wonderful. There's all sorts of different patterns of these. They are unbelievably inexpensive, and you can tell that they must be because I have all sorts of them. And here you go. Here is my outfit of the day. Links included. My sunnies. These came from Amazon. I like their caramel color, and I think they kind of go with my outfit today. Okay, now this is one of my favorite pieces for the summer. It is a French tote kind of basket purse. I like to use it when I'm shopping. I like to use it when I go to the farmer's market, but I also like to use it when I'm traveling because it holds a magazine, papers, you know, light things that you want to carry, but in a very stylish way. And you will see this all over Pinterest if you are kind of into this look. I love it. Did I say I love it?
I think so.
Just picture a French baguette sticking out the side. Okay, so that's it. My top I got online. I will find the link for you and I will get it to you. It comes in all different colors, but it's a lightweight cotton sweater for summer. It's got kind of a classic, almost kind of a preppy look, and it's both warm and cool at the same time. My breeches are J. Peterman. They are so comfortable, and my shoes, I believe I got these online too. These are just slides, Joe Molly maybe. But what I like about slides during the summer, this is pretty obvious, I'm sure you know it as well, that when you have shoes that you can readily slide on and off to put your garden clogs on and off, then that's a good thing. My bracelet was a gift from Hubs, as was my emerald ring when we went to India. Now, this is really important to me. I want to give a shout out to my friend Elizabeth at Atrios Tiles because I'm a huge fan of her jewelry. Many of you have bought pieces of her work and I think can attest to its quality and to its beauty. Yes, and Stuart's bought several pieces.
They're great.
I love these. Love these earrings.
Show that tile. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, and we will give you a link to this as well, also on Instagram. Now, one of the reasons that I really want to point this out is because when I was corresponding with Elizabeth not too long ago, she said that very disturbingly, a couple of places, I think Shein and Temu, I don't know if I'm pronouncing those correctly, they're kind of fast fashion, they've started doing knockoffs of these. Obviously not the same quality and certainly not the same handmade workmanship that Elizabeth has, but they are starting to do knockoffs of her work and her designs, and we will not have it, will we? You make sure that you get the real thing, and we'll put a link to her jewelry line also. Well, as you're walking out the door, if you want something that has this kind of look, kind of a wicker or rattan, but you don't want something quite this large, then you can grab one of these small over-the-shoulder bags. I love this one. This was a gift from my sister Kay, and it is great for the walking life. It's lightweight, it's stylish. Look, I've even got a comb and a lipstick in there. And I mean, this is really inexpensive, you guys. This would make a great gift for anyone. And not only does it make a great gift, but there are so many different options of this type of thing. So there are some that I think are oval, there are some that are square, all sorts of different inexpensive but really interesting pieces. This happens to be probably my favorite weave. You'll notice it everywhere in the cottage, in trays, in furniture, and elsewhere. So this is another option for you. If you don't want a French market bag, then you might get this tiny little, let's say it's a farmer's market across the shoulder walking life bag. The other thing that I love about this portable wicker is that it looks great if you want to just hang it from a hook as you're getting ready to go out the door, on your coat stand, really anything, your shaker hooks or whatever. You can leave it there and it still looks nice. It's not like maybe a leather purse or something like that that doesn't look like it matches the decor. Okay, this is overly fastidious, but it's a tip. You can be stylish in your personal wear and also stylish in your decor simultaneously. Well, it's been a really long time since I have shared any personal like toiletry products and makeup products and things like that. So I thought I would share some of my favorites right now. These are often, recently they've been on a special deal on Amazon. These are neutralizer exfoliating pads. I use these in the morning. I don't use soap and water at all. I just use these to cleanse my face before I put my makeup on. And they are wonderful. They're also portable if you travel. And what I typically do is, you can see I've used up most of them, is that I will tear one in half and only use half of one at a time. So it's also really economical and no water required. Okay, this is a little bit strange. Some of these things may seem a little bit strange, but they make all the difference in the world. I love these Lumify eye drops. Now, these eye drops really whiten the whites of your eyes. My friend Madeline, daughter of my BFF Deborah, she told me about these, and I could tell in the clarity of her own eyes how effective they were. All of her kids use them, so I thought I needed to use them too. And believe it or not, I can tell when we shoot when I have used these and when I haven't used them. Last time I got these, I got them at Costco. You can get a number of them at a time at a lower price point, but you can also find them different places online. You do have to wait 10 minutes before you put your contacts in. So typically my protocol is I put my drops in, I brush my teeth, and then I put my contacts in. That way I get the required 10 minutes in before I insert my lenses. So there you go, that's that. Okay, this is my question of the day. I'm gonna go and get a mani-pedi. Now, I don't do that very often because I'm a gardener, and you may be a gardener like me, and if you get a manicure, then all of a sudden it's just already wrecked. When I have gotten a manicure in the past, I typically have done one of those gel varieties that stay on for a really long time, but boy, they tear up your nails. And then of course we end up kind of picking them off, and then it rips off the surface of your nail bed. Anyhow, it's no bueno. So I am trying, and this is my question of the day. Have you guys tried these as well? This is something that is similar to gloss, not quite as long lasting, apparently lasts up to 14 days. This is not a sponsored post. These are by Essie. There's another brand by Sally Hansen that also does this, but it's gel-like. You use this as your base coat, and then you use this as your top coat. It kind of performs like a gel in terms of long-lasting wear, but you can take it off with just regular acetone polish remover. You don't have to go back into the salon to get it removed. And most importantly, you don't have to kind of pick it off and destroy your nails. So that's my question of the day. Have you guys tried this or not? I am going to try it today. So let me know your experience. I will put links to both of these products in the description box below. Okay, one more thing before we move on. Okay, master primer. So you can really almost use any kind of priming product. This is by Maybelline. I have used this for a pretty long time, but quite frankly, I have used other brands as well. The trick is I don't put it on underneath my makeup. Here's a tip. Stuart, let's put the little light bulb up. I put it on over my makeup. That mattifies it. It takes away some of that greasy look, and it also makes my makeup a little bit more long lasting. It also gives kind of a poreless, very refined, very finished look. Stuart's just kind of nodding on. But on top of your makeup, it just kind of finishes it off. And so try it. If you have not already attempted A, using a primer, or B, using it over your makeup instead of under your makeup, you might want to give it a try. When we come back, I'm going to share with you another product I get asked over and over and over about, and I don't know that I've ever shared it. Okay, I'm going to keep the suspense going. Stuart's just wondering, what is it? What is it?
She won't tell
Okay,
me.
well, I will tell you, but first I'm going to tell you about, I have tried all sorts of lotion, and like you, maybe my skin ain't getting any younger, and this is my lotion of choice right now. It's the Gold Bond Crepe Corrector. I can tell that it's really working when I take a bath, and my skin still feels kind of moist and silky smooth because it's still got the remains of this on top of it, on top of the surface of my skin. So I really, really like it. I highly recommend it, and you guys might want to find it from wherever you buy your toiletries, but I really like this. Okay, now for the big reveal. Ta-da! You guys are always asking me, Linda, what color of lipstick do you have on? Now, the reason I seldom answer is because I seldom have on just one color of lipstick. I usually have on several colors of lipsticks. I just kind of blend them all, or it might be a lip pencil, or it might be a lip stain, and then I just put something on top of it. So that's one of the reasons it's a little bit complex, and that's one of the reasons that I haven't shared it with you. However, drum roll please. This is my new favorite lipstick. It's my favorite product that I have discovered in quite a long time. Now, why is it? It's because it is probably the only lipstick that I'm one and done. I put it on, I don't need a lip pencil, I don't need a topper, I don't need anything to moisturize underneath it. It's one and done. I can pull it out of my purse and be ready to go. Well, what is it, you say? And by the way, it was my sister who told me about these products. Ilia. These are Ilia crayons. Now, they're not particularly inexpensive, but boy, are they worth every penny. Because how many times have we bought a tube of lipstick and then we end up not wearing it? Okay, so the person that told me about it was so impressed. My sister was so impressed that that I bought 3 of them because I couldn't decide on a color. And I love every one of these colors. It's kind of a dark pinky nude that kind of looks like you just have naturally glowy, rosy lips like in Victorian times. And the 3 colors I bought are, let's see, Genre, Gala, and Banquette. Now, I bought these in a package. They all came for a threesome. So there was a little bit of a price break, and they came with a sharpener, which I think is really, really important. Now, which one is my favorite? Probably Genre. It's more of a kind of a nude, and it is just so hydrating. Also, the pencil kind of looks like a wood pencil. Again, it comes with a sharpener. You can see that I've already used it quite a bit. It's really, really beautiful. And I think this is a color that would look good on anyone. In fact, I think in one of the ads I saw, it said this was the color that would look good on anyone. These are all, I would say, in the same family of that tone. and you can't go wrong on any of them. You can put it on one and done. The most simplest lip routine I've ever had. Now, if I want something that has a little bit more frost to it, that will make me look a little more tan or a little more feminine, then these are my go-to, really cheap go-to lipsticks that I've used forever and forever and forever. They will break the bank at $1.50 a piece. You can find them at CVS, you can find them online, you can find them just about anywhere. And here's the two colors, you guys. Screenshot these numbers. Got it?
There you go.
Okay, you're going to want to screenshot these numbers. And the numbers are, it's like we're playing lipstick bingo. 526C and 5300.
Bingo.
One is retro pink and the other one is, I can't read it. Don't pick your nose. No, well, I can't read that. Can you read that, Stuart? Anyhow.
Dark forest something.
Okay. Well, regardless, it is 5,300. And these are also staples. I've used these for years. And
I remember those.
Yeah, and these are the ones that I typically use if in the morning, I'll put on a base lip pencil or something like that. And then as we go the course of the day, after I eat, after we shoot or before we shoot or whatever, especially if my lips are feeling dry, these are very hydrating. And I just do a quick swipe of these on top of whatever the saturated color is that came from my lip pencil or a different kind of lipstick. But I again, this is not a sponsored post, but this stuff, Ilia, these pencils are the best I've ever used, and so good that it's inspiring maybe to try their eye pencil. Stay tuned. And one last question that I wanted to address, because so many of you brought it up. Linda, why didn't you separate out your yard waste so that they would pick it up and do municipal composting? Well, I wish that we had municipal composting here so that it didn't have to go into the landfill. But sadly, we don't, and it's not for lack of trying. I have met with the mayor, I've met with a different committee about it, and sadly, I just haven't been able to bring it to pass yet. But from your lips to my ears, I wish. Right now, I just don't have any other alternative other than maybe schlepping it down to somebody who had room for a bigger compost pile. But a lot of you asked that, and I wanted to make sure that I addressed it because it's important to me. But right now, my city does not have that luxury. Well, okay, now here is miscellany, just a bunch of different things that you have requested the links for, and one you did not. I'll save it for the end. Okay, this was the petticoat full-length tablecloth that I had over my round table. It's in a beautiful linen, kind of matches my chairs. I bought this online. I think this came from Amazon, and I will put a link to it. It came packaged in this beautiful box, Everly, and I love it, and I love the way that I can layer then tablecloths over it like these Contas. And you'd ask me for the link for these. These are the best deal ever. You get like 5 of them for $50 or something like this. And we will put a link. I have several of these. John Turman has several of these. Stuart has several of these.
I might have to steal that one.
Yeah, you can use it as you can.
I like that
You've
one.
already stolen a couple of them, Stuart. You can use it as a throw. You can use it as a tablecloth. You could. These would be great at the beach. Yeah. Anyhow, for many, many different reasons. The other reason that I love it is I think these would make a great gift. Again, hostessing, if you're going to visit someone at the lake or at their mountain home or at the beach or whatever, and you want to bring a little something, something, I think something like this would be wonderful. You could even kind of use it as some kind of gift wrap. So, oh, it would be great to put in a picnic basket. Love it. Love it. Very, very, maybe
like 7 ideas real quick.
6, 7 ideas right there. Okay, some of you asked where I got my marble. I guess I should have done this with the other marble items, where I got my marble butter keeper, and I will put a link to that. Relatively inexpensive.
I bet most people haven't ever seen that.
A butter keeper. Well, I just love it that it keeps my butter soft. Okay, this is the book I may have mentioned, An Affair with the House. It is Bunny Williams' inimitable style, her home, and we are going to go visit Bunny Williams in June. So excited about that. She has this book out. This is just a classic, but she also has a book on her garden out, and you guys are going to want to check this out. Oops. I tuck thank you notes and things like that. That's another tip. We have proof of that. Yeah. Oh, look, and I tucked in some art from Miss Clara. Ooh. Yeah, I thought I was showing you pages from the book, and instead I'm showing you all my personal correspondence. Here, let me pick these things up. Let's see, sometimes I'll see. Oh yeah, because you never know when you want to see a picture of your child with a llama or something.
Too cool for school.
Yeah, too cool for school. Okay, so that is that. Now you may ask, Linda, why do you have a purse inside, wrapped, slung over your shoulder? Well, it's because I want to show you this purse strap. This is the best idea I know to update a purse that you think is kind of bland and you just don't use it very often. So I had this black leather bag. It's been in my closet for a while. I never used it. It had a black leather strap. And then lo and behold, I found this great strap. It's kind of like a tapestry strap. I found this at, where did I get this? Cargo Room. Do you remember that, Stuart? Yeah, I got it at Cargo Room. Yeah. Okay. Well, these are readily available a lot of different places in all sorts of different patterns. And it's just such a fun thing to do to update a purse. Make it a little bit more seasonal, make it a little bit more colorful, a little bit more festive. I also think it would be fun to maybe find a kind of a bland purse like this at the thrift store or whatever, and then you just put a new strap on it, and you look very snappy and strappy. And a couple more miscellaneous things. One was in a recent video. You guys asked about my bifocal sunglasses. These, I think I told you these were eye bobs. I also wear peepers, bifocal peepers, and I will put a link to some of those as well. They're really great when you're working out in the garden. And I've noticed recently, here's another question of the day. I've noticed recently that sunglasses are starting to get smaller again. I mean, both are popular, both great big ones and smaller ones, but I've noticed lately that I've started seeing more small sunglasses again. So just give me your feedback on that. And next up is one of the most questioned items in my house, and that is my KitchenAid mixer bowl in blue and white. Now I've put a link here to poppies in red and white. These come in different sizes and they come in different patterns. I don't know if this pattern in blue and white is still available, but there's all sorts of different kinds of ceramic mixing bowls that you can check out. Some of them are just patterned, some of them have flowers on them, some of them have geometrics on them, and again in different sizes. I've put a link to one that is similar to mine, maybe a little bit larger, in a poppy red, but just kind of peruse, check out what's available, because I do think it makes a statement. And by the way, I use it not just as a mixing bowl, but sometimes I will put flowers in it. I'll put different kinds of things in it because I definitely think it's a statement piece. And when we come back, my final product recommendation, it has solved a vexing problem of mine. I just got it. I just started using it today and it is already working. So stay tuned. You'll want to know what that product is when we come back. Well, I have mentioned over and over and over again how much rain we've had recently, and it's great for the garden, but it's also creating some kind of other unexpected problems. And one of them was, well, I don't know if it's a cause and effect, but I'm thinking it is. And that is in the great room. And by the way, I have, sisal carpets everywhere, but in the great room, I have those casement windows. So it's a little bit more humid in this room than it is in the others. And this is TMI maybe, but I began to smell something that kept smelling to me like dog urine or cat urine or something. Well, I don't have a dog, I don't have a cat, and as far as I know, Hubs isn't peeing behind the furniture. But he's over there laughing. So So at any rate, it was really bugging me. That and maybe the fact that I cooked some kale this morning and it was kind of stinking up the kitchen. But I did think, well, maybe just a regular old air purifier would work, not something that's like a one of those Glade things or Febreze or something that you plug in and it emits an artificial scent. I wanted something that was really an air purifier, and I got one. And this is the one I got. You can hear it. It makes kind of pleasant white noise, Lavoit. And Stuart just told me he's got the same thing, only in black. And I already can tell a difference.
It helped mine a lot.
Yeah, I can already tell a difference. What I think maybe happened is that, and I Googled this, and it kind of confirmed what I suspected, and that is just the humidity in some of the tapestries, but mostly in the sisal rug. It just kind of absorbs some moisture, humidity from the air, and that may have been what made it kind of smell like that. All I know is that this purifier is making that smell go away, and that is a great problem solver. So if ever you can find a product that solves a problem like that, it's a good thing. If you guys want to share in the comments below your favorite problem-solving products, I want to know. We all want to know. We don't want to be kept in the dark, because so many of the things that I am buying now, products, well, it's all about a problem and a solution. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed this today. I hope if you were one of the people of the many that asked for a link that I did not previously supply, then hopefully they will all be right here. If you didn't get one, please let us know. Coral is going to be corralling all of those links for us and put it in the description box. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please press the like button, give us a follow, subscribe, and more importantly, if you know somebody that would like to be a part of this community, why send it their way. You guys take care.